Hey, what's up you guys? Interceptor King here. Gotta be careful, I'm on a sheet of several inches of solid ice and it's pretty slippery. Anyways, these are all 2018s. These are pretty hard to come by actually, so don't get fooled that I've got 3 of these 2018s with the all-wheel drive Twin Turbo EcoBoost motor. These are a 3.5 liter Twin Turbo EcoBoost motor that produces 365 factory horsepower. These are virtually identical except for one doesn't have a push bar on it. And I'm going to do a video on this one right here. This one's got about 122,000 highway miles on it, and it's got carpet. Try to do a walk around without slipping and breaking my neck. Anyways, 2018 all-wheel drive, 365 factory horsepower. You can buy a tuner or a programmer for these. Plug it into the AWD diagnostic port, and then you're going to have an extra 69 wheel horsepower on premium fuel. But there's 3 different tunes. You can keep it factory, or you can set it to regular unleaded, mid-grade unleaded, or premium. And even if you just want to pay for cheaper gas and do the regular unleaded, you still have 54 horsepower over factory. These are 18-inch wheel covers over the black steel cop rims that are on here. So if you don't like those wheel covers, I have center caps, and you can have the black steely rims with the center caps. Your choice. Anyways, I'm going to pause this before I get over here because I don't want to slip and fall on this ice. It's really gnarly. And we'll look at the interior real quick. And by the way, these have winter performance tires with a lot of tread on them. I have all the service records for all these since they were brand new. So it's got a cushion back seat. It's nice. It's got carpet, you guys. Most of these have a rubber matted floor. This one has carpet. Nice cargo storage area in the back. This one has a center console that the law enforcement agency uses, which has the auxiliary and USB plug-in in it right there. A couple of cup holders right there. Driver's seat looks really nice on this one. And then we'll start it up in a second and go down the road in it. There it is. Rear view cameras right there. It's got backup monitoring sensors as well. I'm sure it should have heated side mirrors. We get about 8 feet of snow every year over here. So and it was about 5 degrees this morning. It's supposed to warm up to 32 or 31 today, I think it said. There it is, look at that. And these all, I got all, you can come pick which one you want until, you know, they're gonna get going. But at the time of this recording, obviously there's 3 of them right here. And then I've also got a 2020 with the Twin Turbo EcoBoost motor, which is the newer body. But these are 2018s. They did this body style from 16 to 19. And they have 365 factory horsepower. So, and as far as I know, all the ones that I've ever gotten, the only ones that say Interceptor on the hood from the factory are the Twin Turbo EcoBoost motors. And this is a 3.5 liter Twin Turbo EcoBoost, not the you know, the 4-cylinder that you get with the civilian Explorers. So, anyways, I'm gonna start it up and we'll go down the road in it. And yeah, so it has heated side mirrors, so when you hit the this defrost button, it'll heat the mirrors as well. So rear view camera pops up right there, and it shows that it has the backup monitoring sensors on it right there. And then you can press this little button, it'll point the camera at a more downward angle. Make sure nothing's back there towards the bottom under you. 122, 170 on the mileage. Spotlight works. This one has 3,279 idle hours, which is on the low end of a normal range, or just below normal, I guess. A lot of these will have between 5,000 and 10,000 idle hours. This one's only got 3,279. And also these winter performance tires make a huge difference. I know it's all-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive isn't as good with normal tires. And the state troopers out here in Central Oregon, they run around on winter performance tires all year round out here. This also has a Bluetooth. Also, these are more performance-oriented vehicles over the civilian version Ford Explorers. So these have heavier-duty wheels, tires, suspension, brakes. The brakes are more heavy-duty. Cooling and charging system. So this has a extra cooling system for the transmission and the motor. Over the Ford Explorer that you can get from Ford in 2018. And these are the only vehicles, the police interceptors are the only vehicles in the world that are crash tested to be rear-ended by another vehicle that's traveling 75 miles per hour. So if you're at a complete stop and somebody runs into you that's doing 75 miles per hour from the back, it's not going to fold up on you. It's got reinforced framing back there, which is part of that 75 mile per hour crash test rating, but it also prevents body roll. And body roll is something that occurs when you're like going at high speeds on a curvy road, and it prevents, the reinforced framing in the back prevents body roll, which prevents you from pulling out of your lane at high speeds on a curvy road. So it'll maintain the lane of travel a lot better with that reinforced framing back there. And it gets the government's #1 crash test rating, so it's the safest for your family, and they're just really safe vehicles. They're great for road trips. I sell these to a lot of security companies and back to other government agencies that don't want to buy brand new vehicles, because one of these brand new are nowadays, you know, it's 2025 now, they're like, I believe $68,000 for a brand new one. So there you go. Drives great. Drives perfect. Feels good. I'm gonna adjust my seat a little bit. This is my first time actually driving this on the highway. I got it and parked it. I've got like 34 vehicles right now, so I just can't drive all of these all the time. And you can turn the traction control off too. Like if you're stuck in some snow and you don't want traction control on, you can turn off the traction control on these. Suspension feels really good. There's no weird noises. I have all the service records for this one since it was brand new. So everything ever done to this since it was a brand new vehicle, I have the service records for. Brakes are really tight and up high. I can't remember when they were replaced, but it's in the service records, and I think they were just recently replaced, like just a couple thousand miles ago. And it feels like it too. The brake pedal is up high, and there's no wobble or anything when you hit the brakes. So yeah, and the side mirrors, you can see the little that little decal on there says that they're heated side mirrors. So that's good. All right, jump back on the highway here real quick. There it is, you guys. Thing drives perfect with absolutely no known mechanical issues whatsoever. All highway miles. A lot of people, they ask, they're like, well, I want one with lower miles. And the truth is, a lot of those lower mile ones are going to have high idle hours. Small law enforcement agencies are not able to, they don't have a lot of places to drive, so they just sit there and idle on the side of the road all the time. And it's actually better for these to get driven than to just sit and idle all the time. And this has low idle hours and 122, which shows that it was driven and not just sitting and idling all the time. I've seen them with 60,000 miles and 12,000 idle hours. So, and when it comes to ex-law enforcement vehicles, there's a whole range of quality and how they were taking care of the people. The place that this came from, there was one person that drove this the whole time that it was in service, and they parked it at their house when they weren't at work. And places that do that, I found, take better care of the vehicles because it's like it's their personal vehicle. Nobody else is driving it. They take it home, they park it, and this thing is really nice. So don't let, over 100,000 miles scare you on this. It's only got 3,000 something idle hours. It's in excellent condition. It's a beautiful rig. I wouldn't hesitate driving this to Florida and back. And especially with all the service records, if you're interested in this vehicle, I could read you off everything on the service records that was recently done. It's going to be brakes, tires. The tires don't look that old. It's got winter performance tires. Those are a really sticky tire. Those are Goodyear. I believe these were Goodyear. Most of them are Goodyear tires. Some of them go with Firestone tires nowadays. Firestone's been making tires for law enforcement vehicles too, but these are like $260 tires, and they've got a lot of tread on them. So go to interceptorking.com for current inventory. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Yeah, this thing gets up and goes and runs perfect, you guys. If you're on your cell phone too, you have to hit the little menu plus icon on the website and then click on inventory, because it's a different format on the cell phone than if you're on your laptop or a desktop at home. You have to click on the menu plus on the website. So yeah, go to interceptorking.com for current inventory. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. You guys be safe. Take care. Later.